Coming to you live from the rinks in Hop Hog, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan taking you through the call. Special shout out to the one and only Rowan Laddick for getting us set up here tonight in record time. As love it when they start early and they'll let us know, but here we are in the flesh. Shot toward the goal, and Coggins with the save. There's your starting goaltender for Northport Huntington, and that being Evan Coggins. On the other end of the ice, getting the start, number 40, Liam Ricciardi for Longwood. Longwood coming into this evening at the developmental level, where it's our first matchup. Get a whistle here. 14-11 left here in the first period. Longwood come into tonight 2-4. Northport Huntington come in tonight 4-2, and they are powered by their star forward. At forward, Giovanni DeMarco, as he leads the entire DVL in points. He's been fantastic, as been DeMarco. 13 goals, 7 assists, 20 points in 6 games played for DeMarco. He and Jackson Zub are actually tied for the most points. He does lead it in goals. And they are 2 and 3 overall in the total points category across all the leagues at the SCHSHL level. Varsity, junior varsity, freshman, and here in the developmental league. Moving in an offside there against Northport Huntington, carrying the puck over the line in the offside position that time was Amelia Mascotti. She wears number 89. Moving into the zone for Longwood is Caden Sabarzo. However, he lost control. Northport take over. James Maloney send in. Recapturing the puck, sending it ahead is Longwood's Scarangella. In the attacking end, looking to make a play on it. Sabarzo chips it back to the blue line. Be played on further by Scarangella. Carried out of the zone by Northport's Daniel Sesa, who will send in. No score here. As we fast approach 3 minutes gone by in the first period, 12:30 left. Nice move. Shot and a save. No, it goes through. They score. Longwood take the early lead 1-0. Caden Sabarzo. And one more look at it. Game's opening goal belonging to the Lions of Longwood. Listed as the road team here tonight. Sabarzo from Weir is your goal. And so for Caden Sabarzo, his 5th of the year, his 7th point in what is now his 5th game played. The assist to Weir is Max Weir's 5th point and 3rd assist of the season. Northport Huntington gain control, skating it back into his own end, Andrew Matteries. Quartararo enters on the left wing side, number 44 for Longwood. As they rock their primary black jerseys with gold and a little hint of green. Play is onside through the legs of Tumulty. Put toward the net, or it's taken over by Quartararo. Or rather, this is McLaughlin. Mason McLaughlin. Tigers of Northport Huntington gain the zone. And Longwood quick to distribute the puck out of it. Into the near corner. Up the wall where it's held in by Matteries. However, Longwood gain it, possession of the puck, and send it down the ice, and doing so was Veraldi. Cruising on in is DeMarco, 91. Gliding around the zone. It's on his backhand, trying to dodge a stick check, and a nice defensive play made by the Lions. And Quartararo. Sesa. Into the zone goes Sesa. 10 minutes remain in the first. Save made Ricciardi. Rebound put out in front in the crease. Nobody home for the Tigers. Quartararo, surviving the stick check of Amis, throws one toward Coggins, who makes the save. With 45 left here in the opening frame. Longwood lead it 1-0. Was having a discussion with a fan in attendance who said she sends our videos to family in Pennsylvania. So hello and welcome to all those listening from out of state and wherever you may be. We appreciate you tuning in to LI Sports Network's coverage of this time the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Of course, we also broadcast ACHA M3, M2 games. Columbia, all the local teams you can think of. Columbia, Farmingdale, even New Haven up in Connecticut. Centering feed found its way through. And the Tigers tie it at 1. Who will get the goal? It'll be Amelia Muscati, who ultimately gets the last touch here. And for Amelia, that is the equalizing goal. We're tied at 1. Her second of the season for Amelia Muscati. Tigers regain control of the puck. Newly tied game. Backhanded in by Matteries. McLaughlin will play it around. He'll pick it up on the far side. Muscati gives him a bump, holding her position on the left wing boards. Held in at the blue line by Michael Griesch. The Lions spin around, 8:15. I know the clock doesn't say that, about 15 minutes behind at the moment. Get it figured out. Muscati on the forecheck, fresh off her second of the season. Flings one across, nobody home for the Tigers. The line where it's once again held in by Matteries. Trying to backhand it out of the zone, Longwood. Matarese in the way, along with a few of his teammates. Nolan Bruckner among them. Finally, the puck escapes the zone. Greesh unable to hold that one in, and Matarese will catch back up with it. Lost control of the puck. Nice play by Datena. Sliding down to the ice. Longwood trying to get something going here, and puck escapes the zone. Scarangella plays it ahead, cut off by Greesh. Lions slow to touch up. They finally do. We're over halfway gone here in the first period, all tied up at 1. Scarangella pokes it along. Stick handling it into the offensive zone, Vincenzo Datena. Cohen does a good job to keep the zone. Datena trying to gain possession. Grease will skate by him and backhanded to his winger. Gets by said winger, Graziosi. Goes all the way down. We won't have an icing. Weir for Sabarzo. Sabarzo picking up speed through the neutral zone. 3-on-3 over the blue line. Sabarzo creates space. Far circle shot denied by Coggins. Rebound. They score. Longwood retake the lead. It's 2-1. Aiden McLaughlin will get the goal from Caden Sabarzo. That gives Longwood a 2-1 lead. Their second lead of the night here tonight. As that shot goes by Coggins. Gonna make a play on it now. The Northport Huntington gain the zone for Schlendorf. And now the goal scorer, Aiden McLaughlin, deflects the puck out. Number 75. Tigers regain control in the form of Schlendorf. Schlendorf tried to send it in. Was met with resistance in the form of Sabarzo. And now it is DeMarco trying to hunt down that puck. Stitham will play it back to Sabarzo, who will bank one off the bench in such a manner that it will just not have enough. No, it will have enough for icing. With exactly 5 minutes left in the first period. Longwood Lions 2-4 lead the 4-2 Northport Huntington Tigers 2-1. Amelia Mascotti, responsible for the lone Tiger goal, steps in to take the draw. Steps on the puck. It's available, fanned on by Matarese. Lions unable to clear. Sent across. Wrist shot fought off by Ricciardi. A good shot taken there by James Maloney. Lions flip to center. Tracking back to the puck is Amos. Nudges it along for Mascotti. Mascotti. Good little stick handle. Wandering over the line in the offside position was Bruckner. Regathered in by the Lions. And Mason McLaughlin cruising on in on the right wing side. Centers one. It's available. Corderaro with a stab at it. And finally, it just goes wide. Getting another stick on it potentially there was Veraldi, held in by Allen, who lets one fly wide. Thomas Allen, the keep, and he'll come back for it here. The Lion defenseman. Good pass ahead for Corderaro. 3-on-2 over the blue for the Lions. Centering feed for Corderaro, just by the stick of Veraldi. McLaughlin. Mason. For Veraldi. Veraldi hits the brakes. Wrist shot, glove save. Coggins. And the Tiger Tendy content to hold on to it. 3:21 left here. First period. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Encourage you to follow us along on social media at LI Sports Network. Find plenty of updates from across the various leagues we cover. This, of course, includes the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. And there's another save from Coggins. And get some support in the form of his defenseman, Michael Griesch. I want to also remind you a new episode of the Rinks and Realities podcast, hosted by my friends Paul Trentini and Mr. Travis Quigley. Sorry, needed us take a sip there. Anyway, Rinks and Realities episode 6 has just dropped over on the YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out. It's a great listen. I'm about halfway through. Their special guest on the podcast this week is Steven Rosner. He a goaltender. Played in the New York Islander High School Hockey League. Played some college hockey, roller hockey up in Cornell. Discussed various topics ranging from the affordability of playing hockey and finding the love of the game. Meanwhile, here is DeMarco. Giovanni trying to create space for himself on the far circle shot. Hit a defender in front. That defender being Scarniella. Thrown back toward the front of the net. Weir cuts it off. Weir nudged off the puck by DeMarco. Trying to center a pass that time for Northport. Huntington was Herman. Unsuccessful. It's back now at the blue line for Matarese. Low shot. Never got through. Off the bodies in front. And then a save made by Ricciardi on DeMarco. DeMarco intercepts. Yeah, there's a power play here. Oh, pardon me. Power play chance here for the home team Tigers. And they've looked good thus far. Ricciardi without his stick. Across, they score! DeMarco! Power play goal ties the game up at 2. And for Giovanni, his 14th goal of the campaign. One of his easier ones he's going to get. The great feed from beneath the goal line. No stick for Ricciardi. Luke Herman providing the assist. And for Herman, his second assist of the year, his 5th point. Longwood trying to respond. Sharp angle try denied by Coggins. Once again, a response for Northport Huntington. There's a shot and hugging the post, making the save. Was Ricciardi. Face-off controlled by the Tigers. They get it back to the blue line. Matarese loads up, fires, blocked. Blocked in front by Allen, who directs the puck out of the zone. Coggins raises his glove, indicating icing, and there will be an icing against Longwood. Face off to the left of the Longwood netminder, Ricciardi. Moscati to take the draw. Keeping in at the blue line, a nice keep indeed, and now making a good pass there is Amis. There's a chance for Moscati, shut down by Ricciardi, still loose, thrown back on goal, or toward the goal. It was cut off by Sbarzo, who skates it out. Sbarzo over the line, trying to split the D. Moscati getting back on defense in center position. Had a good stick on Sbarzo there. Around Maloney. Garish. Falling down to the ice. Thomas. Moscati helps the puck out as we reach the end of the first period. We are still tied. 2 goals for each team later. 2-2 after 1. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Branigan, Rowan Laddick and company will be back for the second period in just a moment. See you there. Welcome back to the Rinks and Ophog. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Second period underway between Longwood and Northport Huntington, tied up at 2. In that first period, goals scored by Giovanni DeMarco, Aiden McLaughlin, Amelia Moscati, and Caden Sbarzo. Matarese up the wall, cut off by Veraldi, who dons the C for this Lion squad. Quartararo circles back with it. Cuts toward the net. Wrist shot. Save made by Coggins on a good shot from Quartararo. Max Quartararo. As he was in search of goal number 2 on the year. Was Quartararo. Tigers clear the zone by virtue of DeMarco, who moves in. DeMarco knocked off his stick. A nice play made by Amis. Trying to chip it by the defender was Quartararo. Instead, Matarese gains control. Fire it in on the right wing side, the far side of our camera. Longwood quick to execute a breakout. DeMarco surviving a stick check, carries in with speed. DeMarco runs into a wall of Lions. He goes down, no call. They try to quickly spring player forward. That player being Julian Quartararo. However, the puck just a little by him and covered up by Mr. Coggins. Greesh banks one for Maloney. Trouble exiting the zone here along the near wall. Maloney does ultimately get control. Check from behind. Nice back-checking play there from Cohen. Another stoppage offside on the Tigers. Greesh DDD pass in the direction of SCHSHL. Greesh back on it. Soft little pass. Couldn't be controlled by Bruckner. Lions send in. Here's Greesh on the puck for Northport Huntington. Schwab in on the forecheck for the Lions. Now Detena toward the net, blocked by Greesh. Trying to backhand it out is SCHSHL, and eventually it's helped out of the zone. Maloney on the end of his stick. Now drop back Moscati. Moscati eventually found its way across to Bruckner, and it's stopped by Ricciardi. And Liam Ricciardi, already a couple of nice saves here tonight. Makes another there on the rush up the ice from Northport. Herman in to take the draw. Backhanded up ice by the Lions, and they'll get another chance to do so here by way of Scarangella. Along the near wall, Stitham. Stitham battling Matteries. Eventually the puck squirts into the neutral zone. Matteries tracking back to it, picks up speed into the O-zone onside. Has his pocket picked though by Sabarzo, who begins to make his way up ice, picking up speed. Sabarzo tries to get around a back-checking player. Nice play there made by Showoff. Tigers sent around Herman. Round for Matteries. Matteries trying to connect there with Tumulty. Puck available there for Graziosi. Instead, it's Weir. Brings it over the line. Weir hits the brakes. Tries to find the trailer. Sabarzo is a little in front of him, so he's got to reset in the neutral zone. Picking up speed, Kane Sabarzo. Attempted to step around Showoff, who was lining him up for a big hit. Scarangella. Try to get one to Stitham. Herman instead is there and sweeps the puck deeper into the zone. Stornberg ACHA actually going on right behind us here tonight. Rowan, you know, if Kevin is on the call for that one, Stony Brook game, Kevin Broderick, our colleague, he's right next door to us, right? Is he right by? He must be, right? Be sure to check that out. I think we have that game. I think we might have that game on LI Sports Network. Kevin was if he is on the call, he's providing play-by-play for the Stony Brook radio, so not us. But he is, of course, lends his voice to our channel often. As a chance and a save made, Ricciardi onto Marco. Another great opportunity for the leading scorer in the developmental division as Max Corderaro chips one toward the goal and Coggins content just to seal it up. 9:51 left here in the first period. Fan to my right rocking a 98 Bedard sweatshirt. And how about Bedard and Celebrini? The two young stars of the league picking up hopefully where I guess Ovechkin and Crosby leave off. And obviously you got Connor McDavid and whatnot. Schlendorf enters offside. How about the Warren kid on the Islanders, Long Island native. 24 years old, making his debut. Collecting a couple of points. In this one, rather, we have a delayed call. And offensive zone penalty taken by Northport. Huntington, not what you want to see. At least I believe it was the Tigers who get called here. No, it's not. My apologies. It's Thomas Allen who heads off for Longwood. Power play for the Tigers, and power play that has already been fruitful earlier in that first period. 9:27 left here in the second, and they have themselves a second look and a chance to obtain their first lead of the night. Giovanni DeMarco will wrap it around. Cross-checking the penalty on Allen. Out in front, DeMarco over the net. Moscati to the puck. Centers, DeMarco scores! A power play goal for Giovanni DeMarco. His second of the night, his 15th of the year, gives the Tigers their first lead of the night. And it starts off just getting to the loose puck, Amelia Moscati. She'll pick up her second point of the evening as well. She scored earlier, and she couldn't have set up DeMarco any better. So once again, just in the right spot at the right time, and he's got the finishing ability to put that one in the back of the net. Nick Schlendorf also going to pick up an assist on the goal. The response for Weir, no, turned aside by Coggins. Schlendorf picking up his 9th assist of the year, his 12th point. He's second on the team, and a chance. Save made Coggins. On the doorstep for the Lions was Datena. No more power play. Worked on back, and Moscati chips it out of the zone, getting a little help there from her teammate Bruckner. Matarese trying to bank one ahead. That will be an icing against Northport Huntington, so the faceoff coming all the way back down into the Tigers' end. Not the ideal way to try to hold a newly minted first-time lead. Matarese around his net. But get one to Maloney. Maloney swept it across the ice, and it'll be a rolling puck. Well, no icing here. Scarangella. Datena for Cohen. Nice little move there by Cohen. Tries to make another, lost control. Schwab has it. He goes down to the ice. Amos chipping it out for the Tigers. Now up the near side. It's Maloney sending in. Scarangella there. Will try to bank one out. Held in, barely so, by Moscati. So Longwood must try to exit the zone again once more. Maloney on the forecheck. Trying to nudge it by him, Weir. Weir and Cohen. Fumbling puck. It's in the skates of Datena. Eventually found its way back out into the neutral zone. Amis for Matarese. Matarese sending in and well offside and looking skyward like, oh, my bad. for Northport was Bruckner. Carried in by Scarangella, helped out along the near side by Datena. Good passing, shot, scores! From an impossible angle. It went over the shoulder and stayed under the bar, 3-3. One more time as Longwood get the equalizer. Tying the game at 3, Brent Cohen. Back and forth they go. Adam Schwab will pick up the assist on the Cohen goal, and Cohen is third. Ryan Stitham sending in here. For Schwab, his 4th point, 2nd assist of the season. Lions attempt to, or pardon, the Tigers. Lions and Tigers, where are the Bears? Oh my. McLaughlin has it go by him, and Greash chips it into the neutral zone. Trying to slither his way down the far wall was Barzo. He is turned away by the defensive stick of Herman. Sparrows are going to try the near side now, being watched carefully by Sesa. Worked it on back to the point. Unable to hold in. Longwood. It's Julian Corderall. They must reset. Allen for Keith McLaughlin. Mason, Tumulty getting in the way of it. Tigers send in. Allen retrieves it for Longwood. Try to get it to Keith McLaughlin. It is sent right back along. Mason McLaughlin back to Allen. Allen trying to go to Sabarzo on the near side. Getting over there to intervene is Sesa. Lions attempting a brigand. Big hit. Dished out by Greash. Here is DeMarco. DeMarco slid a pass that was just out of the reach of the incoming winger. On that right wing side, he was trying to get it on over to Schlendorf. And this will be an icing against Longwood. Stopping the clock with 4:05 left here in the first period. Listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on Hell Sports Network. It's Saturday night. Couple of freshman games on deck. Both Smithtown Hotbog teams will be in action. Wrist shot from the point, a left pad save made by Ricciardi. Rolled around, here's Malika. Couldn't quite get it back to Matarese on the right point. Lions send in, it deflected, no icing. Matarese is there. Tip it ahead for DeMarco, makes a nice move. DeMarco speeding ahead. DeMarco around a few, stops, hits the brakes, takes the shot, partial deflection, and Ricciardi pounces on it. Stopping play, 3:25 left here. On a nice rush up the ice by Giovanni DeMarco in search of goal number 3 on the evening. He averages a little over 2 goals a game. And he's got 2 here. Mattery sends in, no icing call here. Try to play one up the wall, cutting it off. Biscotti, she'll send one across. It's in the skates of the recipient, Bruckner. Mattery chips it in right onto the stick of Weir. Still rocking the pink tape. Maloney. Weir, nice defensive play. Takes it off Maloney's stick. Julian Corderaro. Couldn't quite handle it. Carried on by Ames. Slides it wide. Bruckner. Julian Corderaro. It hit the linesman. And now squirts into the neutral zone. Trying to get a stick on it is Stitham. But he's ultimately turned away. Now up ice is Maloney. With the Moscati set up in front. They try to get it to her. Redirected away by the Lion defense. Matteries can't keep in. It's chipped out. And getting shoved down to the ice. Corderaro, that'll be a penalty. So Max Corderaro gets shoved down to the ice by Matteries of Northport Huntington. And Andrew Matteries will go to the box. Interference, I assume the call. Gives Longwood its first look on the power play. Interference, Matteries is indeed the call. Power play Lions. Short-handed, DeMarco will just sling it down the length of the ice. Ricciardi nudges it on to Mason McLaughlin. Good play from Schlendorf. And Schlendorf will have it ride down the wall. DeMarco aggressive on the penalty kill. Now helped out by Cesa. DeMarco trying to make a play on it, trying to punch it ahead. And Cohen will backhand, hoping for Schwab. And Schwab banks one in. Cut off by Schlendorf. Allen. Logjam at the line, and the Lions must try to regain, enter the zone. Once more, and Cohen. Good stick check. Provided by Schlendorf. He sends it all the way down. Hustling after it is DeMarco. Tries to play it from the ice, giving it all he can. But the Lions prevail. Cohen stepping in front with Cesa. Lions have not spent much of this power play in the offensive zone. They get a chance here. McLaughlin shots tipped just wide, and that will conclude the second period. 12 seconds of power play time carry over. We entered the frame tied at 2. We leave the frame tied at 3. So 3-3 going into period number 3 right here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Rowan Laddick. We'll catch you for the third period in just a moment, right after this brief break. So as Crazy Train plays throughout the building, we're set for the final period of regulation time. 3-3, Northport, Huntington, and Longwood. As that rolls on to Coggins, who covers up. Power play has expired. These two teams met on September the 15th. It was Northport Huntington that collected the 8-4 victory. So Longwood trying to get payback for that defeat. Chance here going for Northport. Shut down by the Lions. But into in front of the net, chipped away by Ricciardi. Another chance. Herman never got through. Another shot. Just goes wide. Back out in front. It's off of the right pad of Ricciardi, who's got it under him somewhere. They get the stoppage. Northport coming off their second loss of the season, coming to the hands of West Islip 6-5. Reese, a wrister on, and a glove save made Ricciardi. Longwood, meanwhile, coming off a 3-0 win against West Islip. That ended a 3-game skid that included losses to Connecticut, Sayville, Sachem, and KPC. Weir. Now Sbarzo. Taken over by Matarese, who fights through a bunch of checks to carry it up ice. Andrew Matarese cruises on in. Near circle. Shot! In a glove save made by Ricciardi. Sachem are in first place in the division. Mascotti at undefeated 6-0. Chance in front, out, it did not go in. Liam Ricciardi. Highway robbery. Julian Corderaro will just spin it to center. Maloney having it knocked off his stick. Julian Corderaro trying to get it ahead for Veraldi. Settling it back in on the puck is Schaff. Julian Corderaro. Wrist shot, save made by Coggins. Got a piece of it before it deflected wide. Max Corderaro, wrist shot blocked. Taken over by Andrew Matarese. Matarese and Corderaro together. Hard up the left boards, held in by Allen. Allen past Fandon. Recollects, sends it down the wall for Corderaro. Shot off the side of the net. Veraldi there, stuff and try. Coggins on all fours makes the stop. Two-on-one, chance, save Ricciardi. Oh, what an opportunity for Schlendorf. Delayed penalty, a trip upcoming. Work it down low for DeMarco, and a save made by Ricciardi. And here comes a power play for Northport Huntington in a 3-3 game here in the third period. Aiden Byrne going to the box. Tripping the call. Power play Northport Huntington. And they score! Right off the face-off. 4-3 Tigers. Right off the draw, the quick shot, it beats Ricciardi. Amelia Mascotti, her second of the game. It gives the Tigers the 4-3 lead. Can they extend their lead? Or will we once again find ourselves deadlocked in this game? It has been quite something that no team has led by more than a goal here tonight. Mascotti, fresh off her second goal, took a bump. She slides down to the ice. A little awkward, but she's up on her feet. Looks like she's shaking something on her right foot. And she will hobble her way to the bench. You hate to see that. She flies. She flew to the bench, but it was very awkward. McLaughlin. Two-on-two battle along the near wall, and we have a stoppage in play. .19 left here in the third period. Northport Huntington have the lead. And we'll have another power play. Mascotti from DeMarco, the most recent goal, third point of the night for both of those players. And a Northport Huntington power play, which has scored twice already, will get another chance to finally allow one of these teams to have a multi-goal lead. Longwood desperately trying to avoid that reality with 9 minutes 54 and counting here left in the third period. Cross-ice pass on the backhand, taken in by DeMarco. Sharp angle try, fought off by Ricciardi. To the blue line. Deflects it out in front, another chance, and save Ricciardi. Schlendorf to Matarese. To Schlendorf. Poked away, nice play by Weir, and Weir chips it as far as he can. Aiden McLaughlin off for a rough, by the way, the penalty. Maloney hands it back to DeMarco. And now Schlendorf toward the net, never got there. Scarangella goes around to Veraldi, and Veraldi deposits the puck into the neutral zone all the way down into the Tiger zone. 35 seconds remain on the power play for Northport Huntington. Schlendorf, good pass. Schlendorf again. Wrister, save made Ricciardi. Rebound, it's on the apron of the net there. Allen and Schlendorf battle for it. DeMarco for Herman. Herman to the blue line, Matarese. Cross-ice pass intercepted and cleared by Longwood. Power play is over. So successful kill that time for Longwood, and a very important one at that. Keeps them within one. DeMarco trying to change it. Oh, nearly a beautiful move. A little toe drag action to the backhand never came to fruition. Matteries, wrist shot blocked. Weir got in the way. Or rather, that was Allen. Julian Corderaro with a sliding Matteries down to the ice. Sesa sent it in. Right back out it goes, Greesh. Here's Cohen. Cohen responsible for Longwood's most recent goal. That tied it at 3. Max Corderaro with his brother Julian. Had it knocked off his stick, now Cohen. Over halfway gone in this third period. 7 minutes now remain in regulation time. Ripped around by Sesa. Tigers get to it. And a chance. Save made Ricciardi. On the sharp angle try from Northport Huntington. Good look there for Bruckner. Mascotti back out on the ice. You love to see that after she awkwardly exited the ice most recently. She wins the faceoff cleanly. Too cleanly as it gets all the way past Greesh. Greesh to Maloney. Maloney met by Scarangella. Slap shot from Sesa goes wide. Rimmed around, Maloney to the blue line, good play. Slap shot never got through. Greesh standing his ground at the blue line, but ultimately the puck gets by him. Sbarzo stabs at it and deflects up and into the Longwood penalty box. Six minutes exactly remaining in this hockey game. Northport Huntington, the difference-making goal scored earlier in this period. Can they get another? Deflected just wide as Schlendorf try to hook up DeMarco. And DeMarco gets checked into the boards. Legal play, Sbarzo breaking out for Longwood. Puts on the Jets, Sbarzo knocks down Matteries as he went in for the hit on Sbarzo. Wow! But the puck went to the corner, so that's a win for Matteries. He broke up the rush, just not the way he intended. Now Sbarzo, wrister glove save, Coggins. So Longwood get their first shot toward the goal in quite some time. DeMarco weaved around one, wrist shot, long range, save made Ricciardi. Banked out of the zone by Scarangella. Loose puck, what a play! As he was down on the ice, Carter Amis prevented a rush going the other way for Longwood. Area pass out of the reach of Datena. Datena and Matteries. Again, Matteries not liking that hit from Datena. Here's Schlendorf. Gets around Weir. Schlendorf shot wide. Loose puck picked up by Tumulty. His wrister getting a piece with the glove was Ricciardi. Reversed by Schlendorf. On for DeMarco in the far circle. Wrist shot blocked. Schwab, I believe, got in the way of it. And another shot blocked, this time by Weir. Weir, home run pass. Just gets by Schwab, but Schwab hustles after it. Sputtering puck. Won't be an icing. Getting back Matteries. Lifts the stick of Schwab and gets control of the puck. Up the right wing wall. In come Northport Huntington. from the bench, Maloney, as we're under 4 minutes to go in the third period. 4-3, Tigers holding on to the 1-goal lead. A back and forth game. Both teams have led multiple times in the game. DeMarco to the blue line. Wrist shot from Matarese, wide. Maloney to DeMarco. DeMarco intercepted. Flung around, Stitham trying to get there. It's held in, though, however, by Sesa. Nice play made by Schlendorf. Schlendorf in his skates. Longwood, can they break out? Goes all the way down. Northport want an icing, they'll get one. With 3:07 left in regulation time. Tigers faithful cheering on their friends, family, and other the players on the ice, their home team. The Tigers, Northport, Huntington. 3:07 away from win number 5 of the year. Mascotti won it back, slap shot from Sesa, eventually found its way behind the net. Bruckner trying to move it. Nolan Bruckner to the line. Bruckner down the wall. Wrist shot. No! Whoa! Another save made Ricciardi. That looks close. Northport fans not happy with it. I'm not sure that puck went in. We're going to have another look. It was awfully close. Northport Huntington, though, doing everything you want a team to do that has a 1-goal lead. They're keeping the puck away from their goaltender. Shot in front. Scramble is on. McLaughlin gets it out of harm's way, brings it up ice. Only so far, and now offsides is called against the Tigers of Northport Huntington. Let's take a look at this one. So the chance here for Bruckner. He's going to take a wrist shot. No, I don't think that ever went in. I think it went off the post behind Ricciardi and right back out the other way. I agree with the call on the ice as no goal. So a timeout called by, I believe, Longwood. Let's give a recap and instant replays of the game thus far. So no score in the game. It was Longwood that opened said scoring on this shot right here. On a goal scored by Caden Sbarzo. Followed up by first of the night for Amelia Mascotti. It's going to be one that just kind of redirects out in front, and she's the last to touch it there. Got it at 1. McLaughlin backhanding the rebound out in front to make it 2-1. As here we go. Beraldi for Sbarzo. Sbarzo in over the line. Nice move. Charging to the net. He goes down. Lions want a call. They don't get one. Matarese. Ricciardi still between his pipes. Puck angles in. Here's Scarangella. Fires it up ice. Turns the puck over. Tigers trying to get it in. They eventually do. It's Herman across. And a save made Ricciardi as he turned aside Graham Tumulty. Sbarzo in his skates. Scooped up by Schlendorf. And Schlendorf fires in. Empty net, Longwood. Sbarzo. Feraldi there as well. Now Cohen enters the zone. 25 seconds left. Centering pass. Sbarzo trying to get to it. It's fired out of the zone. In a foot race. Herman will get there. Herman wide with the shot. Back out in front. Steered away from in front of the net. Now an odd man rush with time winding down. 5 seconds to go. And they get one last shot. 3, 2, shot denied by Coggins. And that's how the game ends. The Tigers of Northport Huntington hold on and defeat Longwood for a second time this year. Final score 4-3. As the entire bench clears and surrounds goaltender Evan Coggins. So Northport Huntington improved to 5-2. Longwood dropped to 2-5. Northport take on East Islip on November the 22nd after this. And Northport Huntington have a matchup, or pardon me, Northport Huntington plays against East Islip. Longwood also play against East Islip next on November the 15th. So that's just a week away. A nice little break here for the Tigers, as they don't play again until 2 Saturdays from now on the 22nd. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. On behalf of our camerawoman, Rowan Laddick, I'm Ryan Brownigan saying so long here in this one. And until next time, as always, have a good night.